congratulations.
Oh, you smell good.
Oh, thank you very much.
You do.
This is #1, and your other two books are #1 and #2 in paperback, right?
#1, #2, #3.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
I know, and I have a show on the E! Network.
Yes. Imagine if you were on another. Imagine what could happen.
I don't know.
You're doing just fine. You're doing just fine. Your show is very, very popular, and congratulations. And the book is filled with. There's some stories about your parents in here that.
Yeah, they weren't great.
Do they know that?
Well, my dad knows because he can read, so he. They do know, but they know that I make a lot of fun of them. And my dad thinks that he's kind of a celebrity now, too. He said yesterday, he goes, I can't even go to the market anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I can go to the market, so obviously you can go to the market. But they just, they just had me after they had 5 children, so they were just, I think they were thinking, like, I guess if we get pregnant, she'll just, raise herself or something. So I never had, like, good stuff growing up. Like, I never had the real Barbie doll. I always had, like, the Barbie with a Y at the end. And, like, like 3 bald spots or something. I mean, or, like, Cabbage Patch Kids. They never got me the real one. It was always, like, the Cabbage Patch Kid without the birth certificate who was, like, a preemie and sick. So it wasn't great. It was embarrassing a lot of the time.
But look what it does. It forms you. It makes you this today, right?
It does. It gave me a lot of material. I'm so happy anybody even cares about anything that I have to say. Like, I'm not sure if you're that interested right now, but I feel the fact that people are willing to buy books and read books, I'm so grateful because my childhood, it paid off.
Yeah, so that's actually, you kind of look for those horrible things to happen so that you can write a book later.
I did. Every time something happened, I would say to my parents, I'm like, I'm keeping an eye on you guys. I'm like, this is gonna end up somewhere, so watch yourself,
Right. And let's talk about, I love animals, and you just rescued a dog. Now, is this true? You never wanted to rescue a dog before? You never liked dogs?
Well, don't make me sound evil.
Well, it's just, I heard that you didn't really ever want a dog.
I had dogs growing up, but I didn't ever want to have to walk a dog or to clean up, really, it's the same thing when I don't want to have a baby. Until they come out with one that doesn't go to the bathroom, I don't think that I'm really equipped for it. It's not my natural instinct. But my friend had this dog. This is the dog on the book cover, too.
Right.
His name's Chunk.
There's another picture of him, too.
And he's the sweetest thing in the world.
Chunk is the name of the dog.
Oh,
Chunk.
Look at him. There he is.
Flying private. Yeah, that's great.
He only flies private, that Chunk. He obviously came from a great family. Wait, they actually came with the plane, so it was a really weird rescue.
That's good. Buy a plane, get a dog. So this dog, look at the face. So that was
look at him.
It was in a pound and about to be killed, right?
It was. He was going to be electrocuted, and I said, no, doggy. I said, you're coming with me. And I got him, and he sleeps in my bed, and he puts his ass in my face when I sleep, and I was like, I will never sleep with a dog in my bed. I never thought I would do that.
Right.
And now he just sits there and he does a little helicopter right before he goes to bed, where he shuffles around, and then I always think he's gonna put his face next to mine.
That's
and
what you
I'm
hope
like,
for.
oh, and then no, it's always the ass.
Yeah.
So it's,
That's what he's aiming for.
Yeah. He doesn't respect me.
No. I have a cat like that. Yeah. That's a great looking dog, though, and thank goodness for you to come along and take that dog.
Thank you.
It has a little soul in its eyes. And so you're doing a show. How often do you tape your show? Is it every day? No.
As far as I know, it's been every day. Yeah. I do a show every day. I get some days off, but I'm starting this book tour, so I go to, I'm traveling all around the country. I go to like Portland, Oregon, and Seattle this week, and I have 2 shows in Portland and in Seattle.
How do we find? I'll put it on the website then, because
I already put it on your website before I got out here. Yeah.
You were on top of it. All right, so, well, congratulations on, I think you're hilarious, and so congratulations.
Thank you.
I got something for Chunk, and a little collar. You probably already have one, but this is, it says Lap Dance Sniff, and so you can give him this. And also, I own a pet food line. I know that the food that was given to him at some point was not really the healthiest, and my pet food line is the healthiest food. So I have food for your dog. That's it's called Halo, and it's all natural and it's all pure.
Wow.
So that's for you.
Oh my gosh.
Chelsea lately airs weeknights at 11 on E, and her book Chelsea Bang Bang is in bookstores right now. It's very funny. Read it. We'll be back. Hey, Chelsea.
Oh my my God, I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you here. You look fantastic.
Oh, thank you, as do you. I was just backstage admiring your luminous, glowing skin.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like to be luminous.
I can tell.
Yeah, it's important to be luminous. Hey, I saw you, I think, at the People's Choice Awards with your new boyfriend, and speaking of, you seem like you're glowing ever since you met him.
It must be the penetration. You know what I mean? It brings out, listen, when a girl falls in love and we find our guy or our woman, or our person that doesn't identify as a man or a woman, we thrive.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We glow, we are illuminated, and I found my guy.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, it is.
I say it all the time, but it is the only thing that matters is love. And then everything else just is, but love is the only thing that matters.
Yeah, and you know what's nice about my guy? He reminds me a lot of my mother, and not in a sexual way, but there are a lot of elements that I didn't realize I was missing, because my mom she passed away a long time ago, but there are a lot of elements in my life that I didn't know were, missing, and he kind of brings those back, and he cares for me like my mother cared for me, and it's so sweet that I'm like, are you my mother?
Like, you mean nurturing qualities?
Just nurturing, always looking out for me, making sure I have everything I need. I'm addicted to lip balm, and he's always carrying like 2 lip balms. He's like, do you need your lip balm? If I'm walking through an airport and I have my handbag on, he's like, give that to me. You don't carry anything. And I'm like, I am so into you. It's just beautiful. Like, I wouldn't let anyone do that for me unless I was completely in love. So it's nice to be vulnerable to that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because, you're obviously, you've had a tough life, and you're very strong, and you've been in control of everything, and sometimes it's hard. You have to be at the right place in your life to be able to receive that, and the fact that you are, and you're allowing that to happen, is a beautiful thing. So
Yeah.
very
It's empowering to finally let it down and be like, okay, I'm in love with someone. I can act like I'm in love. I don't have to pretend like I hate every man anymore.
Right. So is that gone from your act now? You're not?
No, I still hate a lot of guys, but minority men are easier just to get along with in general, you know?
Yeah. Is that true?
Well, yeah, they're just not as entitled as white men. Yeah. Not all white men. White men over a certain age mostly have the problem. Just kind of coming to grips with where we are as women, saying, hey, we want equality. And they're like, but why? Well, because it's time, and because we're over it, you know? So, yeah! Like, don't ask any questions. Yeah. Don't ask any questions. Don't argue with us anymore. We're tired, and we've had it.
And what are you learning from him? Because that's the beautiful thing too. When you finally meet somebody that challenges you and that is sort of a mirror for you, you learn from each other.
Well, I'm not learning how to cook from him, because he talks a big game about all these Filipino, my husband, whoopsie doodle. Wow. He's my boyfriend.
Wow.
Oh my God, I've never let that slip out. I've never even said the word husband. We're not married. But he talks a big game about how he's just great in the kitchen. Like, he thinks he's a Filipino wizard chef. And so far, he hasn't been able to even cook rice for me. So we do a bunch of cooking segments on my Instagram account and his, and every recipe he's made has been a disaster. And I'm not very good in the kitchen, but I now know that somebody is worse than me.
That's a shame, but
It is a shame.
Because he thinks he can cook.
Well, he thinks he can. He'll be like, oh, I'll make you chicken adobo, and then he can't make it. And, I've made him a bagel. I once made him a bagel in a skillet because I couldn't find the toaster. I was in a rental house, and it was hidden. And I said, how do you want your bagel? Like, medium rare, what's your, And he was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I have a special recipe I do. So I heated up a skillet, and I cooked him a bagel, sauteed it in the skillet, and it was so delicious. He was like, is this a secret Jewish recipe? Because I'm Jewish. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then he wanted another one. And I was like, obviously, I'm killing it, and you can't even cook rice.
Wow. Now we've all learned something, that you can make a bagel in the skillet, and you can have it medium or
medium rare.
Or medium rare.
Or medium well done. It's just like a burger, everybody.
And you're on tour right now. That's probably why you're in a lot of rental houses, maybe, because you're staying in houses. What is the tour called?
The tour is called Vaccinated and Horny, and it's emblematic of a lot of the way a lot of people are feeling, these days. And I came up with the tour name before Joe and I got together, but I'm still horny. It's just directed at one person, So, and I'm definitely still vaccinated, so that didn't change much. But yeah, it's been amazing to be on tour. I mean, winning the People's Choice Award, being nominated for a Grammy, I'm like, oh, I guess I should have been taking this stand-up stuff more seriously a long time ago. I used to perform and think it was like a party for myself, I'd get drunk and go on stage and be like, oh, that was fun. And then I was like, well, maybe that's not what your audience is looking for. It's actually a professional obligation. So I started really, I kind of got myself really together and focused for this, and it's paying off. And
it sure really is.
Nice.
I mean, a Grammy nomination. Congratulations. And
yeah.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back. We are back with Chelsea Handler, and so now you have your book is being turned into a show that I assume you're producing and you're starring in.
Yeah, Life Will Be the Death of Me. It's going to be kind of like a Curb Your Enthusiasm, my foray into therapy, like 5 steps forward and then 18 steps back.
Yeah.
You know how that works?
Yes, but it's a great idea, and the book was great, but now that it's going to be turned into a show, do you know where it is yet, where it's going to air?
Well, it's Peacock. We're at Peacock, and yeah, I'm really excited. I've never played myself, but I feel like I'm ready to, and I don't know who else could play that part in the role. It's just so personal. It's all about just exposing the most embarrassing things about yourself, and really thinking, trying really hard to meditate when you don't understand what the concept is, and then thinking, every day when you hear new information, I remember going to therapy being like, I'm fixed. He just explained to me what my problem is, and then you walk outside and get into a fight with a parking lot attendant. You're like, okay, well, that didn't work out either, so.
Yeah, it's an ongoing thing.
It is.
Yeah, learning about yourself. That's fantastic. I like the idea. And now you're doing a podcast and people are asking you for advice, which I can't think of anything better than you giving people advice. What is the weirdest thing someone's asked you?
The podcast is called Dear Chelsea, and I guess the strangest question, breastfeeding advice. That was an interesting one. Someone called in to ask me about her nipples hurting during breastfeeding, and I was like, do you know anything about me? If I had to remove my nipples in order to prevent me ever having to breastfeed, I would have done that. I couldn't talk more about not ever wanting to have children or a family or anything. So that was strange, and I do get some parenting questions, which are really funny, but I do feel like I can give parenting advice because I have so many friends, and in LA, you see how kids operate. I know what's up. The lack of eye contact around the world is dangerous right now.
Yeah.
People walking down the street doing your phone. My therapist once said to me, he's like, if you're walking and texting, you're doing one of those things poorly. And I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's all I do is 8 things at the same time. So it's interesting to think about it and like our lack of, we're a dying breed. I was born when there was no internet. So like, my generation and up, which includes you, sweetheart, are wrapped up. Yeah. Like, they don't need us for any information. It's all available online. So everybody above 40 is going to be extinct.
I know. I don't understand anything that's going on. The whole metaverse, the Bitcoin.
I know. I'm like, now I have to buy Bitcoin. Oh, God.
Yeah.
There's just it's too much.
Well, speaking of, because I want to know, speaking of getting older and aging out of the system, since you're giving advice, when I finish the show, what should I do?
Well, I would say date a Filipino man, but you're not going to do that. I definitely think you should up the cannabis use. Like, you should really ease into the next phase of your life.
There's 0 right now.
I know, and that's what I mean when I say up it.
Okay.
All right. So start with that, and then. I would say but you've been golfing. I would say get into skiing, because that's my thing. But skiing might not be your thing.
Yeah, I'm too old to start that.
You like more balmy weather,
I
right?
like warm weather sports.
Yeah,
yes.
And so, just as long as you have some hobbies, skiing is my only hobby. I realize, I don't like to cook or clean.
Pickleball, have you tried that yet?
I've tried pickleball, I've been playing pickleball.
Is really fun. I'm obsessed with pickleball.
That's fun.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'll do all day long, every day. I'll play pickleball.
Yeah, I like activities where you can have a cocktail and continue to do that activity, right?
Yeah.
Pickleball is a good example of that. Golf is a good example. Skiing. You know, I like to blend all the things that make me happy.
I see, with drinking involved.
Well, yeah,
see.
just a touch.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see.
just a little bit of a margarita juice boost in the middle of the afternoon.
I understand. All right.
I mean?
Hey, when we come back, we're going to play Burning Questions with Chelsea. We'll be back. We're back with Chelsea Handler, and you've been on the show many, many times. We've never played Burning Questions, so we're going to play Burning Questions now. I'll ask a question, and then you'll answer, and immediately following that answer, you'll hit your button.
Okay, usually it goes the other way around, no?
Yeah, well, we're different here. All right. Besides skiing, bathing, and making love, name 3 things you do naked.
Baking, sewing, and ironing.
You don't do any of those things.
You didn't say they had to be true.
Okay, all right. Basically, what you're saying is you're naked all the time.
I am naked a lot, and I enjoy that, and we all know it.
Right. Like you're naked, like running around the house all the time. Does your housekeeper see you naked?
Yeah, she's been in the shower with me before.
I've been in the shower with you before.
Yeah. We've been in the shower naked together, except she kept her clothes on, party pooper.
Yeah. All right. What is your favorite nickname for your lady bits?
Pikachu. Yeah, it's Pikachu. This was before Pokemon, by the way. I had that name way before Pokemon came on the scene. It's a family name.
It's a family name. It's been passed down. Your mother had a Pikachu.
We all had, girls had Pikachus and boys had Bachukis in our house. So we just, and I spell it differently than Pokemon as well.
Okay, good to know if I'm writing it down in a letter. Name something you can use vodka for other than drinking.
Getting water out of your ear. This is true, everybody. As soon as you have water in your ear, you pour vodka in, it sizzles and it evaporates. I've done it. It's on my Instagram page. You can check it out for verification.
How did you learn that?
I think I just spilled vodka in my ear one night. I mean, it was a happy accident.
Wow, that's really a drinking problem when you're. What nicknames do you and Joe have for each other?
I call Joe Buddha. I call everyone Buddha. Like my nieces, my nephews, my dogs are called Buddha. Anything that I want to squeeze and rub is Buddha. So Joe falls into that category, and it must make him feel very special that there are 8 other people I call that.
Yeah. And what's the most unusual place that you've had sex? This is going to be good.
This was a cemetery. Was the most unusual. This was when I was younger, and yeah, that was actually one of the first places I had sex was a cemetery. You know, it wasn't my finest hour. I had a mad crush on this guy. His name was Jesse. Luckily, I can't remember his last name because that'll get us into trouble anyway. And I was in Martha's Vineyard. My parents had a summer house there, and I was so in love with him. And he said, meet me in the cemetery. And I was like, sure, whatever you say. And that's how that happened.
That was the first time you had sex?
Not the first time, no. It was one of the first times.
I see.
One of my first sexual experiences.
Uh-huh.
Needless to say, you know, I haven't spoken to him since.
Needless to say, yes. All right, what's the worst thing Joe could give you on Valentine's Day?
Anything, really. I mean, I just don't want anything on Valentine's Day.
No.
No, I don't like fake holidays.
Right.
You know, I want flowers and roses all the time surprising
Just
me
for no
throughout
reason.
the year.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to do something special on a day. Yeah, no.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would take a dog on any day of the year, just in case he's watching.
How many do you have now?
I have 2 dogs, but they've already transitioned into being, they think my housekeeper is their birth mother and that I am some au pair that comes sauntering through the house every 3 weeks. So I've already written them off that they belong to her. At some point, she's going to take them for good. And that's her plan. I can see it. And so I'm just preparing for when that happens.
Because you're touring all the time. You're not home.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you had to commit a crime like rob a bank, which of your girlfriends would you ask to help?
Oh, God. I would have to get, which of my girlfriends? I mean, J-Lo, I guess, because she's a distraction. You know, like a decoy, you know?
Okay,
you
she'd be
just
the
put her
decoy.
over there. And then I guess Leah Remini, while we're talking about J-Lo, that's that group. So Leah Remini would be good with the bullying factor.
With the gun.
Like scaring people.
Yeah.
And then I would get the money.
And who would drive the car?
I guess Joe Coy. Joe Coy is the best driver that I know.
Oh, good. All right. Well, Joe's in there then. All right. Hey, everybody, you can go to chelseahandler.com to find out how you can get tickets to her Vaccinated and Horny tour. We'll be right back.